Someone who wishes to sack the Nut Castle. Why would you want to sack my
Pixies,
Nut Castle?
You see, this is a different setup from usual. We're not at the desk anymore. Desk is over there. Y'all can't see the desk, but we're not at the desk anymore. We're standing up with a microphone. This isn't scripted either. But today, I wanted to talk about how Adult Swim got creepier the later you stayed up at night. I'm not used to this YouTube stuff. I guess this is like my first YouTube video being on YouTube. I feel like a real YouTuber for some reason. I don't know, just standing up with a mic in your hand, talking to a camera. I just feel like a real YouTuber. But cut all the BS, we're gonna get right into the video. I ain't gonna lie, Adult Swim was one of those TV programs that we all came across, whether we wanted to or not. It's like one moment you sit in there watching Cartoon Network, just enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? Watching like regular show, Adventure Time, you know, Amazing World of Gumball or whatever show they got going on at the time. Fast forward towards the end of the night, things start to settle down a little bit. You get a black screen with some random words on there talking about something. We gonna begin this programming or something like that. And then King of the Hill comes on. King of the Hill is one of the worst Adult Swim TV shows ever. I'm not gonna lie. If you liked King of the Hill as a kid, I don't know what to tell you. You ain't had no taste. I can see the appeal of King of the Hill as an adult.
Stop the cap.
But as a kid, I just feel like you had no taste. It seemed like Adult Swim was trying to trap you into it. I know it's for adult, but at the same time, they made that transition from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim too easy. I feel like they should have added some extra steps in between that or something like, I don't know, man. That transition was too easy for what Adult Swim is, though. But then when you take a look at the shows, they start off tame. And I'm going off the top of my memory, but I think it went something like this. King of the Hill, Family Guy, then American Dad. Then it got into the crazy stuff like Robot Chicken, and then whatever else came after that. That one show with the drink, the french fries, and the random meatball.
My name is
Anything after that, I was not trying to stick around and find out what they was putting on there. But sometimes you would wake up in the middle of the night and see these shows on. Outside of that, let's talk about the commercials. I don't know why, but Adult Swim didn't have regular commercials. It seems like all the commercials that was on Adult Swim was unhinged. Very explicit. I know this is an adult channel, but at the same time, it was just weird. Like, I understand this is for adults, but I don't think it's for regular adults. I think it's for adults that's on drugs constantly. And I'm not talking about the regular stuff either. Half of these shows on Adult Swim didn't make no sense whatsoever. There was this one show with a clown doctor. I think it was called like Children's Hospital or something. I'm not gonna lie, every time I seen a commercial for that show, it kind of creeped me out. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't want to know what it was about. I just knew to stay away from it. Why do you have a show with a clown that's trying to be a doctor and the name of the show is Children's Hospital? That mix of things just don't add up. And I ain't gonna lie, most of the things that was on Adult Swim was demonic. First thing I want to talk about is the show with that dog, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles was the craziest show, man. Matter of fact, and this is the show right here, Mr. Pickles. There's a dog doing random stuff, walking around in a random neighborhood in like the boonies of nowhere. Here we go. After this, you're gonna see it. After this, you're gonna see it. See, there it is right there. There it is. Y'all seen it. Mr. Pickles, they feeding the dog pickles. Who created that show?
It was like they was trying their hardest to deter kids away from this channel.
But ultimately, it didn't work. Kids still watched it. Kids still enjoyed it, regardless of what was showing on TV. But then they had bangers. You had the Boondocks. You had Toonami, the part where they showed all the anime and stuff like that. It introduced us to a lot of good anime. FLCL, Bleach, Inuyasha. You know what I'm saying? All the good stuff. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. I can keep naming them. But I ain't gonna lie, that might have been Adult Swim most normalist moments though. And now that I'm remembering it, I think they had a whole show based off of cameras that was sitting in somebody's house watching people go through the most mundane activities. And then the longer you watched it, the more crazier and like random these activities started to look. It gets crazy. I went down a rabbit hole researching this thing one time, but I had to stop. It just got too creepy. I ain't gonna lie. These videos are unscripted, but let me know if y'all want to see a more scripted version, or do y'all like this more hectic and random, you know what I'm saying, me just spilling my thoughts out to y'all. Make sure y'all drop a like, comment, and do all the extra stuff, because you know we need the engagement so we can start getting our videos out here and stuff. The Adult Swim aesthetic was one of those aesthetics that you could not replicate. Adult Swim just felt like it was just a bunch of homemade videos or TV shows that people made in their crib or in a closet or something with minimal tech, a minimal amount of budget. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't have a lot of resources. They just made these shows up from what they had already in the house. But I ain't gonna lie, that's what made it appealing though. Like, think about like Odd Future in the show that they had. That show was appealing because it was like, it was the roughness of it all. You know what I'm saying? It was the lower quality that attracted us to these shows. Don't get me wrong, they had higher quality shows on Adult Swim, but majority of the shows on Adult Swim was like lower quality. You know what I'm saying? They felt like they got made in somebody's basement somewhere. The Adult Swim logo was so iconic that it had everybody replicating it too. And don't get me started on that TikTok trend that was replicating the Adult Swim joint as well. If y'all know what I'm talking about, then y'all know. Overall, I think what made Adult Swim appealing was the unhingedness, you know what I'm saying, the randomness, the crazy shows that was on there, you know what I'm saying, the rougher aesthetic, the more like underground aesthetic. You just never know what you was gonna find on Adult Swim. And I think that's what made it exciting to watch. Even as kids, you know what I'm saying, it gave us something to talk about when we went in school the next day. I remember there was days where I watched Robot Chicken and then go talk about it in school, and I'm in like elementary school not knowing what the heck Robot Chicken is about. I just vividly remember that one Mario versus Luigi episode. But all I gotta say is I don't even think kids watching Adult Swim nowadays, because kids don't watch TV. You know what I'm saying? They got the internet to mess their lives up, sadly. But let me know if y'all like this style of video and y'all like me standing up talking to y'all, and if y'all want another video or any ideas or anything y'all got, you know, let me know down in the comment section below. And I appreciate y'all been growing my channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're at 886. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe and do all that extra stuff. Send it to a friend or something. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and all that. I'm putting it in the link, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. All right. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, you know, and I don't get paid enough for this. They got me on this channel for what? I don't get paid enough. Hello? Yeah. You said that wasn't a part of the script. My fault. Just tell them to get the subscribers up to 1,000. Can you bring me back some Chick-fil-A or something? Dang, you know, it's been a minute. I haven't ate in a minute. I just need something to eat. Some noodles, pack of noodles, Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying, a song. I'm not gonna get that until like we get to 1,000 subscribers. Please get us to 1,000 subscribers, man. We need it.